In Tekken 7, every single move you throw out will leave both you and your opponent in a completely different situation on whiff, hit, block, and counter hit, making it vitally important to always be sharply aware of what's going on when using a move. And never is this more true than with hit confirmable strings. Strings that stay natural even when delayed. In this video we're going to cover some of them, and how to punish them when your opponent isn't being sharp and hit confirming them. Let's get into it. Lee's Standing Free is a 14 frame multi-purpose mid-poke. There's a pretty easy confirm into 3-3 which does 34 damage overall, but this is Tekken 7 Lee, so it only leaves him with 1 plus frame. It's one of his go-to answers for low stances. It will pick Xiaoyu up out of AOP and allow you to hit confirm into 3-3. Against a raw, relaxed stance from Eddie, it will knock him away, but if landed as a punish, it will actually float for a full combo. This string doesn't jail, which means that if the Lee player isn't hit confirming it, you can duck and get a full combo. It's even possible to get a delayed hop kick punish. If the string isn't delayed at all, it actually jails, but the high is -10 on block. Lee things. Here's a look at King's forward 2, down 1, 2. Hits 2 and 3 are natural, and you can hit confirm them into a full combo. The Fear of the Mid empowers the forward 2-1 extension, which is a safe but duckable high. But this is of course a very risky mix-up. The first 2 hits by themselves are -13 and the forced crouch. You know what that means for certain characters. And the final hit is -15 on block, meaning almost the entire cast can launch it. Kuma and Panda. How we all love your very weird inclusion in these games. And of all the things we love about you, hunting bear stance definitely tops the list. I, for one, could barely imagine the game without HBS forward having a built-in low parry. And I most certainly couldn't bear to live in a world where HBS back didn't have this much evasiveness. Outside of these properties, HBS has a lot of utility. Lots of irritating lows that could be mixed up with punishing mids. And yes, the rage drive is guaranteed after this low knockdown. HBS down forward 1-1 is a safer option than the launchers from HBS, if you're able to work with the very tight hit confirm window, and it's still going to do a ton of damage, especially at the wall. While on the subject of visual confirms, HBS down forward 1-1 is actually guaranteed after a counter hit on HBS down 1+2, and you can counter hit confirm this. You can only imagine how crazy the situational damage can get from this. This string is actually completely safe on block. You have to make sure to duck the second hit. You can't allow your opponent to be throwing this out for 0 risk. Make it hurt. Kazumi's while standing 1-2 is an extremely powerful 35 damage mid-mid string. It's easily one of the most powerful 12 frame while standing punishes in the game, especially because of the knockdown and wall splat properties. While its main use is as a while standing punish, the Kazumi player may choose to go into full crouch and then fish for the hit confirm to get the wall splat for the huge damage. This string is minus 13 on block. As always, optimise your punishment, as most of the characters in the game have a very chunky punish at or before 13 frames. The most notable thing about Lars back 2-1 is just how hit confirmable it is. With a little bit of practice, anyone could get this very consistent. The delay in this string is doubly useful, as the second hit knocks down on counter hit and gives guaranteed follow-ups at the wall. When completed, the full string is minus 10 on block. This can be significantly more or less risky depending on which character you're facing and how close you are to the wall. With the same animation as their while standing 4-4, Devil Jin and Kazuya's down forward 4-4 can actually be delayed and even hit confirmed if you're sharp. Similarly to Lee's standing 3, it has a low hitbox, meaning it's a good tool against low stances. Though these are the Mishimas, so against grounded opponents they have better options. Unless it's landed as a punish, where down forward 4 will float, exactly the same as Lee's standing 3. This string does not look like it, but it's minus 15 on block. Launching it is incredibly satisfying. Have some fun. Nina's up forward 2-1 is one of many things that gives me nightmares about this matchup. A natural mid-mid string where the second hit is a full launcher. The first hit by itself on block is minus 10, but no one's going to really recommend that you try and punish this. This is another string that you're going to want to learn the animation for and make sure you're not running into the second hit. If the full string is completed, it's minus 13 on block. You know how I feel about punishing properly at minus 13. Most of the characters can get a real substantial punish here, make sure you're using it. When Shaheen is in rage, you'll often see him fishing with down back 2, hoping to be able to hit confirm into his rage drive, down back 2-4 for a full, big damage launcher. On block, Shaheen has a strong advantage. Do yourself a favour and make sure you're not running into the second hit on block. The rage drive doesn't jail with or without delay, so always make sure you're ducking after down back 2. By doing this, you can use the predictability of Shaheen's powerful rage drive against your opponent. Keep in mind that what I've said also applies to Shaheen's down back 2-1, but who wouldn't rather talk about blue stuff?
Entspann dich. Du schaffst es.
Leo's down back 1+2-1 is a mid-mid, hit confirmable, knockdown and wall splash string. It does 37 damage by itself. 37 damage wall splats hurt. The first hit on block is minus 9, but as with many of the strings in this list, the mental frame advantage and the fear of the extension can do wonders for you. You can transition into box stance after the first hit, but more importantly, the fear of the extension at the wall, they're going to open up your big lows. Once they've been conditioned, you can just do the first hit into a safe wall splat. And now at this point, they've been convinced that they're going to have to run into the extension. You start to see how hard this can be to deal with. And now at the wall, this minus 9 move might as well be Dragunov's running to. If you do block the full string, it's minus 12. Some characters are going to get bigger punishes than others here, but you have to use what you can to try and escape the wall. The notorious Mishima 112 is a pretty bonkers string if we're going to be honest about it. The first two hits jail and they're only -1 on block, meaning that you don't even have to condition people to respect the knockdown follow-up. Easily one of the most powerful 10-frame punishers in the game, especially when you consider how messed up the Mishima Oki is in this game. Unseeable low launchers, safe, low crushing, mid launchers, etc. And Heihachi's is even more superior because it gives a full wall splat. Thank your lucky stars that this string is -17 on block. Even some of the characters who struggle to launch some launch punishable moves, like Master Raven and Steve, can always get a full combo when they block this. I've been away for a while guys, so I put in some extra effort to try and make this video the best one yet. I hope you learnt some new things about how to both use and counter the strings you've seen in this video. I'll be down in the comments section for any questions or discussion, and the obvious stuff, leave a like if you appreciated the video, and subscribe if you'd like to see some more. Thanks guys, I'll see you soon.